So I bought this faulty Nintendo 64 off of eBay for $16, and it came from Venezuela, so it's kind of a strange place to be getting one if you're an American. But now Venezuela is NTSC. There's some South American countries that use PAL, and I guess it's possible he could have gotten one from them and then sold it and then used it in there if you had a PAL TV or something like that. But no, this one's NTSC, so as far as I know, there's really no difference at all between this one and the American model and the Canadian model, and there might be a model number different. I don't know. I'll have to look at it, but it's not like the NES where every country, it seemed like, got its own special variation of it. So with that, I'm gonna open it up. Okay. The Venezuelan newspaper. Alright, well, here's the N64. It's got a picture of a car, or a sticker of a car on there that didn't come off all the way. Looks like a sticker of a person jumping, doing a jumping jack or something on there that those will wash off. Pins look a little bit pretty. They look pretty bad. That's probably why it won't work. Oh, really? It's even missing the expansion. I don't know why they would even need to take that off, but it's got chip there. Yeah, as far as I can tell, though, there's no difference between. See, it even says USA. So unless he actually imported one from the USA, this is just one that they had for sale in Venezuela. It's no different than the North American one. So when you buy eBay or just any, just junk like this, the best thing to do is just, I'll put in a jumper pack in a game, power it up, connect to the TV, and see if I get anything. Just if there was something they missed. Maybe they used a bad jumper pack. Maybe they used a bad game. Maybe you just didn't want to work that day. So that's what I'm going to do next, is just test it. Okay, so put NFL quarterback club 98 in there. Put a jumper pack in there. This one I know works. N64s won't work without jumper packs. There won't be any images put on the TV over there. See, the power light comes on. That was the way I bought it. Power switch was a little bit loose though. Yeah. So I guess what I'll do now, the pins in the cartridge slot look pretty dirty, so I'll probably be cleaning them with the alcohol. Okay, I put alcohol on a rag, and I'm just gonna try to clean it. Alright, alcohol evaporates very quickly, so I made sure it was dry. It didn't take very long. But let's try it now. And it works. If I move it one way, the game crashes, so that's not really. But I mean, realistically, it's never going to be moved. If it comes on at all, it's good. So I'll probably clean it up further, and I'll do the region mod to it. I don't really know what I'll do with it. Keep it, use it for a mod, sell it maybe. Alright, so I had to go somewhere right after I tested it. So right now I'm going to take it apart. I'll probably just end up soaking this whole thing in water. Not the whole N64, but like the top case and like the non-electrical stuff. The board itself and all that is probably just gonna get washed with alcohol. So just take off these 6 screws right in here. They're game bit, so you gotta have a special screwdriver. Alright, all 6 screws were out. Actually, I only got 5 out. The last one wouldn't come out because it was chipped here and it's all messed up inside. So now just pull this off. There's the board. It's really corroded, kind of nasty in here. It's not too bad. It's kind of what I expect from N64 stuff. So this button just comes out. Same with reset. I actually see spider web in here. When I opened up mine, I saw spider webs. I don't think there's any live spiders in here. Wouldn't really be that hard for me to get in with this gray, but anyways. And you get this screwdriver. So I can take these 2 out. 3 pieces, this one and then these 2 here. I'm not really entirely sure what I'm going to do with this console yet, but whatever I do, I'm going to Dremel these down so to play Japanese games. Gotta give it a cleaning too. And that screw wouldn't go in there because of that. And then for the rest of this, I gotta take out all of these screws. Alright, so I took out basically every screw I could see on here. So now there's like a whole bunch of these metal plates, interference shields, or holding down the logic board, or whatever they do. And so this one is kind of damaged, so it's real loose on here. I need to find a way to fix those little clips there. That one comes off. Next one, this one kind of, this one can come off. Now, next is this one, and this whole thing. Okay, and so by now the whole thing can just kind of come up. Isn't that nice? It's dead, of course, but yeah. You never know what you find in these old N64s or old consoles when you open them up. So I ran out of storage in my iPhone, that last part. But anyways, really, as you can see, the board's just really filthy. It's got dust and dirt, spider webs, and all this kind of stuff. I might even just take off these heat sinks, but the board I'm going to clean with alcohol. All the rest I'm going to clean with water in the sink. Take out these little metal brackets here. And then for the pins, I'm going to try one more thing. You take like this hotel card, and you take just a plain old cloth. Then you wrap it around it like this, and you dip it in alcohol. And then you run that through the pins like this, and it's supposed to really help clean them. So that should probably be a lot better. And then I'll just clean the whole rest of it with alcohol and compressed air. So the smaller things I'm just going to put in like a jar of soapy water. Probably just try to shake it around as much as I can, try to clean them up that way. The bigger things though, I'm just going to hand wash in the sink there. I'm going to hold over all this stuff over the garbage and try to dump out what kind of crap I can. And then the rest of it I want to clean with soap water and this toothbrush I have just for electronics. And I can't do that. I can't film while I'm doing that, so you just kind of see afterwards. Okay, so here is the plastic parts in 64, everything but the logic board, and it looks a lot better. There was where that sticker was. I got it wet with hot water, and then I used this guitar pick kind of thing to scrape off most of the sticker, and then there's this adhesive kind of residue, so I used olive oil and a paper towel to get rid of that. That sticker's also gone. One thing though, don't try to cover that up with tape. You just have better luck. That's a paper sticker, and like these are kind of laminated. You'd just be better off just taking your chances, just getting it wet and then trying to kind of dab it clean or dry. And then some of these were so rusty and corroded I couldn't, even with soap and water, that they just wouldn't clean up. But I did clean them up about as best as I could, and it's not really gonna matter much anyway. So also there's no more dead bugs or spider webs inside either of them. So, now while these are air drying, I'm gonna go work on the board in the N64 itself. So whenever you're putting like a logic board, whenever you're trying to work on one of them, or soldering, or just trying to clean one up like I am, it's always nice just to have AntiStatic Mat here. Just make sure you're not going to damage it. So that's what this pink thing is AntiStatic Mat. And really what I'm just going to be doing is just taking 91% isopropyl alcohol and just kind of cleaning around the board, trying to... I've got a paper towel over there, I'm wiping it on it. Now I also have this really old dental pick that's really great for things like this, so I'll be using that. I don't want to film this whole thing because it take too long to watch, but now I've gotten about as much as I can with the dental pick and the cloth and alcohol, so I'm just going to use compressed air just to try to this bottle's just about empty. Okay, so board looks a lot better. I don't even think you'd want to see the paper towel. What's that? Yeah, the last thing I'm going to do is just clean the power switch off with alcohol. It was a little bit sticky. Just wipe down the rest of the controller ports, and wouldn't hurt to get the back of the board. So now all I just need to do is just start reassembling it. So there's what it looks like, finished product. There's some damage on it. That's missing the cover. Missing the cover on the bottom. There's some little chips and nicks in it, but overall, at least it works. It works a lot better. When I got it, it didn't work. So that's why I've gotten 4 N64 games. I'm gonna put them in there and test every one of them with it. And I did the mod to make it play Japanese games. And Mario Kart 64 Japanese version works well. Up next, the American Mario Kart 64. That one looks good. Now Star Wars Rogue Squadron. And finally, Super Mario 64, the Japanese version. Well, with that, the console works. I cleaned it up. I made it look probably about as good as I could. They even cracked the N64 logo. It's kind of funny, but yeah, these old N64s were tough. And anyways, I'm just glad I get it working again. It wasn't anything major than just dirty contacts. So thanks for watching. Hope you found this fun to watch, and please don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my other videos on this channel. And don't forget to check out my Patreon page as well.